Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Today I'm back with another interesting recipe, and this time I'm going to cook squid in garlic butter. So I have squid around 600 grams, which is cut and clean, and then because this is going to be butter garlic sauce, so I have around 50 grams of garlic finely chopped and some green chilies slit, and I'm going to use butter. This is cooking butter, so I'm going to use around 2 to 3 tablespoons of butter. And then I have this mixed herb which has oregano, basil, parsley. If you have rosemary or thyme, you can use those dry spices or herbs as well. I'm also going to use some red wine. But before I start the cooking process, I'm going to boil the squid for 10 minutes because you can directly cook as well. But if you boil it, it's going to soften the squid. And after that, I'm going to start the cooking process. So I'm going to boil this for 10 minutes. I'll come back and show you rest of the video. Okay, so till the time I boil my squid, I thought I'll start the cooking process. So I'm going to heat the pan. Make sure that you don't heat too much because we don't want the butter to get burned. So I'm going to add around, as I told you, around 3 teaspoon of butter. Let it melt. It's a very easy recipe and very tasty. You can use it as a starter. So me and my husband are big fan of seafood, so we make this almost every alternative weekend. So the butter is melted. Now I'll quickly add the garlic that I chopped, which is I think around 30 to 50 grams maybe. Okay, this is the main ingredient. And this is too, we have to make sure that the garlic doesn't get burned. So you have to keep stirring it in between and make sure it doesn't burn. And once my squid is boiled, I'm just straight away going to add the squid in this mixture, and we'll see the rest of the recipe. Okay, so I see that my garlic has caramelized properly and my squid is also boiled. So I'm going to directly add the squid into the mixture. Give it a nice stir. And some people just hate the shape of squid. They don't like the squid head, which looks like octopus tentacles. So if you don't like it, you can totally ask the seller to get rid of these parts. But being a seafood lover, I can vouch for this. And this is the most delicious part of the squid, and I just can't ask them to get rid of it. So I love it, and I asked them to put it there. So I'm going to stir this for 1 minute or so, and squid takes a bit of time to get cooked properly because we have to actually soften the squid. So in this stage itself, I'm going to add some salt. So I'll just add a teaspoon of salt, that's all, because the herb mixture that I have, it has got some salt in it. So which will add at the end of the recipe. So I'm just going to let it cook for 3 to 4 minutes, and I'm going to put the lid back and we will come back and check. Alright everyone, I'm back. Let's check the squid. Looks almost cooked. So you see the squid has left some water by itself. But if you want, you can add some water. But since I've already boiled it, so I'm not going to add any more water. At this stage, I'm going to add the green chilies that I had. And I'm going to go back and bring the wine. Just give me a moment. Okay, so I'm going to add just a dash of red wine. If you want, you can add white wine as well. But I had some red wine and I generally don't drink wine. So I'm going to use it for cooking. So I'm just going to add the wine. And at the same time, I'm also going to add the mixed herb. Be generous with the herbs. I really like the smell of oregano. So this is being added, and I'm going to keep this for some time so that it can soak all the flavor from the wine and the green chili and the herbs. I'm going to put the lid back, and you know this is 80% of the cooking which is already done. So I'll come back and I'll check and I'll show you how it looks like. Alright everybody, let's see how the squids look like. The color looks pretty and smells wonderful. So the last step before I take this off the flames, I'm just going to add some chili flakes. Just a little bit. This is also optional if you don't want to add it. And I'm going to add some black pepper powder. Again optional, but I really like the smell of black pepper along with the mixed herbs. So this is 98% done. I'm just going to turn off the heat and put the lid on and let it cook for 2 minutes, and we will come back and I will show you how the recipe and the dish looks like. Alright everyone, so my dish is ready and looks wonderful. Best served with some wine, red or white, your choice. So please try this at home and let me know if you like it or not. And if you have any suggestion, comments, please put that in the comment box. Thank you and have a wonderful weekend ahead.